Hello everyone. Let me begin this video with a short introduction about myself. My name is Mohammed Shahid, an engineer by profession, basically from Karnataka, born, brought up and graduated in Karnataka, but living in Maharashtra, Pune from past 10 years, and recently moved to Denmark for a job opportunity past 3 months. The reason for bringing this video is I've been in touch with many Indian WhatsApp groups, many Indian Facebook groups who have been helping each other to know more about information about how it is the visa process, how is the education system if you want to bring our kids over here. So this information for all of those to understand something about the Denmark education system in comparison to the Indian system. So we all Indians, we already know what is the type of education we have in India. So I'm trying to bring out an information with a comparison type so that it's helpful to all of you. So 0 to 6 years is pre-primary education, 7 to 14 is primary education, 15, 16, 17 is high school, then 19 and 20 is pre-university, 19 to 23 is graduation, 24 to 27 or 28 it is our masters and the PhDs. So this was a basic what we already know. So let us compare or try to understand how is this in comparison with the Denmark education system. Before starting the information about Denmark education system, I would like to all know that in the 2016 top 50 education systems in the world, as per the Universitas 2016, Denmark is placed in the number 3 from last 3 years, starting ranking with United States, then the Switzerland, then is the Denmark. Yeah. Now I take you to education system in Denmark. Education in Denmark or the schooling in Denmark begins in the month of August and ends up in June. So for all those parents who are planning to bring their kids for an education in Denmark, you have to at least, I prefer you to take at least 6 months of time just doing an investigation or apply for the schools where you are being located in. It takes some time for you to get a seat in the schoolings over here. Yes, I prefer at least you take 6 months of time, buffer time for the preparations. Now, the kindergarten is the beginning, where in the age from 1 to 6 is just the same, just they don't call it as a senior kindergarten or LKG and UKG. It's not like that. Here the concept is just the same, but more stress is given on playing format. The focus is to being social or linguistic or physical activities, where the classroom format is not being appreciated much in this kindergarten period. Yeah. So 0 to 6 years is kindergarten. Then like in India we have the primary education for 1 to 7. Here they call it as lower primary or secondary schools. Yeah. So this schooling is further divided into 3 subjects. Humanities also have the language, where you can choose Spanish as your preferred language, English as your preferred language, or German or French as your second language as per your preference. Where also there are some studies like Christian studies, there are history, then social studies in the humanities. Next subject is the practical or creative training, where they train you in physical education, that is in sports, arts, music, metal, wood, design, and home economics. Design was something surprising for me when I came to know. I was astonished because they introduced the kids to an object and its dimensions. 1D, 2D, and 3D dimensions. So how you can visualize an object, that is also being trained in here. Then the next subject is the science subjects. Just like us, they have the mathematics, physics, chemistry, the biology, the history, and the geography. They call computer as a technology science. We call it as a computer subject. Then there are few compulsory subjects where everyone have to take. That is the health education. That is next is the sex education. Then there is road safety. Then there is some information on the labor markets. So 6 years to 14 years or maybe 7 years to sorry, 6 years to 16 years is the lower primary or the secondary school, where you study humanity, practical or creative subjects, and the basic sciences, so along with some compulsory subjects. So now we enter into our Indian secondary education, that is high school. So this is the most important phase in Denmark's education system, where in comparison to India, we have 8th, 9th, 10th and 11th and 12th, we choose our career path in terms of arts, science or commerce. Here you choose 3 years before with various categories. They have in this 3-year program, the students who want to enroll for the university or further want to go into your bachelor's training program, they have completed at least 8 years in the lower primary schools, so that they can complete 2 years in the gymnasium or the general studies, which qualifies them to go for the bachelor's program. Yeah, so there's a link of your lower primary school and your high school. There's a link. Now this high school is divided, 3 years of high school is divided into general education or gymnasium, or some vocational and technical education. Like in India, like we have an ITIs or diplomas to enroll into directly into an employment. So this is also just the same. For those who wants to wish to further continue the studies in universities or bachelor's program, then they have 4 categories. So all these 4 categories are of either of 2 years or of 3 years. So 2 years for those who have completed the similar education before in the primary school, 3 years for those who have completed 6 years of primary school. So there is also a distribution of what do you collect, what do you want to do in the graduation as. So it is just 8 plus 2 or 7 plus 3, just like that. So what are the 4 categories? The first category is the HF, which focuses on natural or social sciences, which has a duration of 2 years. Then is the STX, which has a broad education program which covers diverse subjects. Then is the HX, which focuses on business and economics. Then is the HTX, focuses on exact sciences. So okay, this is just the same, not in terms of content, but likewise we have been choosing art, science and commerce in our 11th and 12th. Like here we choose HHX, HTX, STX and HFX as 4 different categories. Yeah. Once you are done with either of these 4 training programs, then you directly enroll yourself into your bachelor's program. So bachelor's program has further or distributed in 3 different type of training programs, or you can choose out of any of these 3. One is the traditional universities. So traditional universities has various subjects from psychology to computer science. Then the next training program is an university graduate. University graduate means for someone who wants to become a teacher, who wants to become an engineer, or businessman, or a nurse, or a social worker. So they choose this program, called it as university program. Then there is an artistic degree, we call artistic higher education, where you can have degree in music or sports or an architecture or some design. So these are the 3 different options you can choose for your further bachelor's. Likewise in India, once we have a good score in our 12th, we choose either of the science or we choose arts or something like that. It's just the same. So it depends upon your choice. So obviously there are grading systems also here. So maybe I will try to collect more information of how the gradings decide the career path. There's a lot more information I can pull into the next videos, depending upon the response I get into this one. At the age of 23, so 2020, 21, 22, 23 are the 3 years where you become a bachelor's into your specialization. The next is just the same like of India. We have a master's program of 2 years, where we have a super specialization. Then you have PhDs of 2 years. So altogether it's just the same. We have 1 to 27 or 28 years of your education. It's just the same, 1 to 10, 27 or 28 years of education. Just the difference is the timing and the way of teaching. The timing in terms of when they introduce the geometry, when they introduce the cognitive behavior, when they introduce or why they introduce the playing format, or everything is being practical. There is no scope or there is no need of having grade system is not being told to everyone that you're first rank or 10th rank over here. It's just a discussion between the parents and the teachers. Yeah. So altogether 27 or 28 years is the education system in Denmark, just in comparison to Indian system. So maybe I will shortly summarize. You have kindergarten of 6 years, you have pre-primary school of 7 years or 8 years, you have 3 years of higher secondary school, you have 3 years of bachelor's, you have 2 years of master's, and 2 or 3 years of PhDs. So this was all I could pull information for all of the people who want to know education system in Denmark. I tried to put some information in this video in terms of text I could pull from the internet available, so that it is easily understood for all of you. I hope this information is informative to all of you. If it is, then please you can share these videos for all those who are looking for similar information. Yeah, thank you. Have a nice day. Bye bye.